Okay, I'm just gonna look up, like, the overall things that people are talking about, because I don't know what else to do. Start from the beginning. The whole show.
Okay. We're starting right. Okay.
What happened in this show?
Okay. Oh, hi. Still in the same clothes.
But welcome to the overall review.
Okay, overall review. Oh my god. So I'm gonna start with actual like cinematography of the show. Because the shots in this show were incredible.
Oh my gosh! Wait. The scene with the first therapy scene. I didn't notice this until somebody pointed out. I don't know where, but someone pointed out the reason they did like all the close-ups was because Bucky was like uncomfortable in the situation, and I was like making you uncomfortable with like the angles and stuff, and I was like,
oh my
genius!
God. I'm telling you, they are
genius.
Incredible. They are incredible. No, so love that. That was incredible. I literally, like, the shots in this show are, like, so good. Like, what? What do you mean? Who gave you the right to look that pretty? First of all. And then second of all, like, the score of the show is incredible. That's, like, a slight thing. There's, the pacing of this show is so good. It was so good. Like, I feel like there's, like, times where I was like, oh, okay, like, that's fine, I guess. Like, it was kind of, like, a little bit boring, and then it was like, no, you were wrong!
Do you have a favorite episode?
Oh. 5. I think 5 is my favorite.
Yeah, 5 was really good.
5 is probably my favorite.
I'm so tempted, I know this is, like, nobody else's favorite, I'm so tempted to say 2, just for, like, the comedy, because I
accurate. 2 was super fun. I like 2 a lot too. Yeah.
My favorite was probably the last one though, but 2 was like the most fun to watch.
So good.
2 is the most fun to watch.
So good. Yeah. I think I liked 5. I think it's like 5, 6. I can't remember what happened in 4, 3, or like 2 or 1.
I honestly can't either.
5 and 6. I think.
Yeah,
probably,
1 was like all. 1 was like all domestic stuff. That's.
1 just felt very disconnected, but I mean, like, they had to kind of
it was a good intro.
somewhere, so it was okay. So I was okay with it. But I didn't hate 1 at all, so.
Yeah,
it still felt like right pacing, though. Like, the pacing of 1 still felt like connected with the show. It's just the plot of 1. If you look at it as a whole, the plot of 1 feels slightly disconnected from the rest of it, but I still loved it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So.
Who cares? So, I remember when they first announced the show, they said it was like a movie, but in 6 parts.
Yeah.
And that felt like they held true to that.
Yeah. That felt very accurate. I feel like it was Marvel movie pacing, but like it was just 6 episodes.
Very different from WandaVision.
Which
we're not gonna compare
not
it to.
Comparing.
We're not gonna we'll compare at the end when we like score, but, but like right now we're not gonna compare like anything. We'll compare scores.
We'll compare
how much we liked it.
That's it. Not the shows. Not the shows.
It's gonna be hard not to.
Yeah, very hard. Exactly.
Just different amount of episodes.
Different things.
Different pacing. You can't do that.
Different genres. Different endpoints.
We can compare Loki. I feel like we'll be able to compare Loki to both of them. Loki feels like it'll be like a mix.
Loki's gonna be like a mix of it's gonna be a mix of both, and I'm gonna look for it.
So compare Loki. What's next?
Do you want to do characters? Do you want to do like as each individual character?
Yeah, that's so fun.
Okay, cool. I was like, well, you can do that. Okay, so let's do characters. I feel like we could start. I don't know. We could either start with like smaller characters and work our way up to bigger characters, or we could do bigger characters and work our way down.
I say we start small and build up.
Okay, we can do that.
Who are we gonna talk about?
Let's look at the fucking cast of the show.
All right, let's just
remember anything.
First person you can think of. 1, 2, 3. This is the most unorganized thing I've ever done.
Wait, can you say it again? But like, what did you just say?
I said first character you can think of. 1, 2, 3.
Shit. Torres.
I was gonna say Torres too. Yes. Okay, so let's start like Torres level, and then we work our way up. So it'd be like Torres, Carly, Sharon, and then Bucky, Sam.
Yeah, we'll do like Torres.
Zemo, I forgot Zemo. Okay, no.
Zemo. Okay. We'll do like Torres.
Then
like Torres,
Sharon and Carly. Then Carly.
Sharon, Carly,
Zemo, Bucky.
Sean Walker.
Oh.
Sean Walker, Annie.
Sorry, I forgot.
John Walker. Well, when we talk about John Walker, we can also talk about like Lamar as well.
Yeah. We'll make something together. We're not talking about Lamar.
And then Sam Bucky or Bucky Sam, whatever.
Bucky Sam. Bucky Sam feels more appropriate.
Bucky Sam. Okay. Cool. And then we can talk about Isaiah Bradley a little bit later. But that's a later conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Taz, I love Batman so much. It's not even funny. I really hope he becomes, we know he's going to be Falcon. I really hope that they hold true to that, giving him the wings and fixing up the wings and everything, because that'd be really cool. I would really love that a lot. If he became Falcon, I would be very happy about that. So
when are you
do that,
expecting
Marvel.
him to become Falcon? Like how soon? Not like which movie, but like how soon in the... This is a timeline that I'm drawing with my
like
hand.
the timeline reason? Okay, timeline reason. I would say maybe like a... Put the demons in your closet.
Stay there just until I'm done.
Stay inside.
Dobby.
I think maybe, like, timeline-wise, I think MCU world, I feel like maybe a year, maybe less. I feel like a year is a sufficient amount of time.
Don't want people to forget about him.
I don't either, but I feel like, I don't know where else he would be movie-wise.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's safe to say a year. I love him. He was very funny. He's kind of like a little fanboy, and I literally loved it. He was like a little Captain America fan. Love him. I like his relationship with Sam a lot, too. I like that it was just, like, a very casual thing. Because, like, Sam's not superpowered, and you didn't become superpowered.
Yes.
And Tori's just
Wait, I need to write that down, because we need to talk about that when we get to
Oh my
Sam.
God,
I had so many thoughts about that, like, the whole time I was watching.
Write it down! So, love Torres. I want to protect him. I hope they don't kill him.
Oh, they
Please
better
don't
not.
kill him, Marvel. Cool. Moving on.
Who
okay.
next? Sharon?
Sharon, yeah, we'll do Sharon next. Because Sharon was kind of like throughout the episodes, but then
she wasn't
had
there,
like
like, a
big
lot.
parts in like
She had like a
3,
big
and then
role, but it was not there a lot.
Yeah.
In the background.
Accurate. Okay, so I liked her character in this.
Yeah.
I liked that she was not a love interest.
Oh,
I
thank
appreciate that a lot.
goodness.
She was pretty much a badass.
I want villain Sharon. Because at first, the thoughts with Sharon was like, I felt like she was only used as a love interest, but I really did like her character. But I wanted something bigger with her, but we already knew everything about her. So I like that they twisted it to give us villain Sharon, because it's not what we're expecting.
It's like everything that she's been through, and then you're just
it makes sense.
Damn.
Like no one ever pays her back, and it's not what we were expecting. So
no,
I'm down.
Yeah, no, she was a very good character, very well written. Power Broker, I feel like it'd be more of a twist if it's like they didn't really tease that up. But I liked it though. I liked the way that they were just like, yo, and the whole world is just like, you can have your position back in the CIA. It's fine. Oh, but I like that. I want to see where she's gonna go with that next, because now she's she's basically the villain mafia. She's the mafia boss of the mafia in Madripoor. So I want to see how that goes, because that'll be really cool. That'll be a really cool thing to explore. She's just like, oh, who's the mole? And it's like, it's not Sharon, because she was just pardoned by the government. And it's like, it is Sharon.
Yeah.
Because the government pardoned her so late.
Double Agent Sharon. I'm down.
Love it.
Moving on to Carly.
Yeah, we'll go to Carly now. Carly. Okay, honey, I loved you, and then you murdered me. You stepped on me.
Fly. Carly. Boot.
Boot. Big fucking boo. He was so good. I liked the way they wrote her character, though. I feel like they showed her gradual shift, and you're like, holy fuck. She's like, we'll kill the hostages, and you're like, what?
Like, it starts off, and I really I'm like, okay, she's like a kid. She can be redeemed because she just doesn't know what she's doing. But
no, she knew what she was doing.
She didn't know what she was doing. And then John Walker definitely had a part in it. So I'm still mad at him about that, because if Sam almost got through to her. Sam got through to her. I can stand by that.
To her, and then
John Walker had to walk in and ruin everything. So if that didn't happen, then I feel like we could have gotten Carly Demption.
I think that the point of us was to be like, oh, we can see where she's coming from, and then you're like, oh my god, now she's like crazy. Yeah. I genuinely was on the same side as her up until like mid episode 5.
Oh, really?
I think like mid episode 5, I was like, what the
Yeah. Whenever it was that she she kills people, she's like, he's like, there were people in there. She's like, I know, it's the only way they'll listen. I'm like, a little scared. I feel like you can still be redeemed.
Really
you can still be redeemed if we just get you to some therapy, and if somebody just talks to you enough. And but then she just kept going downhill, and I saw where that was going, and now she's dead. So no Carly.
Accurate.
Unfortunately.
I like the way that they wrote her, that you saw the downhill. And I think the people that I've talked to, at least, they're like, yeah, like, I understand why she's doing it, and like, I believe that where she's coming from is the right place. She's just going about it, I guess, wrong.
Exactly.
Because, like, it's like, yeah, like, violent things, they're gonna get people to notice you, but you're not gonna be able to like change anything unless you know how to be peaceful, which she didn't at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So there's that.
And so,
but I did love her.
She did.
But
she said she was
also
sorry.
Yeah, accurate. Also, the
She
fact that
said-
her actress has been in both Star Wars and Marvel, and she's like 23, and it's like, can I have your life?
Yeah, I did not remember that.
I did. That's how I know
Took
her.
me a
I was
minute.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, she's like 23, and she has like my dream job already, and it's like,
Oh my gosh.
bitch, give me what I want. Do you want to go Zemo or
Was it
John
Zemo?
Walker?
I think John Walker should be after Zemo. I feel like
Okay,
he's
Zemo,
so
then.
Zemo's
Okay, cool.
next.
I love him. I loved him.
He was great.
I loved him from Civil War. Like
Because he's such a smart.
he's such
Villain.
a good villain.
He does not do what you're expecting him to do. He tears them apart from the inside, puts them
and
against
it's
each
not
other.
brute force.
Yeah.
It's not brute force.
He's just so
It's
smart. And I
genuine
love him
smart.
for it. He was very
He's
creative.
not like a smart inventor. He's
Mhm.
just a smart guy.
And he's sassy. And he sings and creeps children out.
That was really
So that was fun. He dances like this. So that was great. I like Zemo.
He was so good. And like in this, it's like, oh, you know that he's gonna like backstab them, but he didn't really backstab them. He kind of just like left because he didn't want to get caught.
Yeah.
He
Thinks
wanted
for
to be
himself,
like free
he doesn't
for a little
really
bit
like
longer.
And I think you said this in I think episode 5 maybe. Was when you in the review when you said this that we might get a
Probably.
cameo in Black Panther
Black Panther
2.
2. I think so.
I'd be down for that.
He's literally my favorite villain. I can't describe to you how much I love that man
Yeah.
so much. Yeah, and then also like he sent a message out to his fucking butler and was just like, yo, like blow up
You
these
can go
people
take
for
care
me.
of
And
this.
you're like, what?
Okay, we're moving on to
To John.
Mr. John Walker.
Like slash Lamar Hopkins because he's also gonna be in this little part of my review.
Yeah.
Just for the sake
Yeah.
of like.
Okay.
Okay. I'm glad that he was written this way. I am so glad he was written this way. Because I genuinely hated him. Genuinely hated him. I don't think I've hated a character more than I've hated John Walker.
The one thing I still don't understand though is like, did he get like punished at all for the beheading thing?
No, he got stripped of his title.
But like, but nothing happened to him.
I know.
I don't get it. That's the only thing I don't understand. Like, I'm down for him to. This is what I said after episode 2. I really wanted him to be like working with Sam and Bucky, but he's like just in the back seat. They're doing the work, and he's kind of just like keeping quiet because he knows they're right. It's just like banter the whole time. That's what I wanted for his redemption, and that's pretty much what we got. So I'm really happy about that. I just don't understand why he's not in prison because he murdered that man. It made me so happy that his shield fell apart. It made me so happy.
DIY bullshit.
Oh my gosh. That's what I was waiting for. I'm just like to throw it once and the whole thing just
shattered.
Yeah.
I loved it. He's written super well, and I do hope that I think we're gonna see him again. I feel like we have to. They left him on such a note that they're like, okay, John Walker, U.S. agent time. You see his spiral. Like, you already start to see it when you first meet him. Like, genuinely meet him. You see how, like, power-hungry and controlling he is. And you're just like,
and then there's also,
okay.
like, the person.
And then he loses Lamar.
Yeah,
and
you
you're
gotta
like,
have
oh,
the person they'll
fuck.
do anything for. Like, the person that they're, like, really close with. The only person that's, like, really on their side. And then you take that person away. And everything goes downhill.
I did want to see more though because Lamar's sister, if you rewatch the part where he goes
I know what you're gonna say.
She looks so fucking pissed at him.
I knew you were gonna say
And
that.
I want to know why.
She
Like,
knows.
her brother just
She
died,
knows. She's like.
But something happened.
She knows it's off.
She wasn't even crying about like her brother. She's just angry at him.
But he got a little redemption when he tried to grab that
And he
car.
didn't, and I was really scared because you see him and Bucky or anything, and he's like running after him trying to find him. I'm like, can we not kill another person, please? Okay, main event time!
Oh man, it's time to talk about Mr. Bucky Barnes.
My hubby.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh my god! So much content!
Domestic Bucky. Say it with me.
Bucky.
Domestic Bucky is everything. Domestic Bucky is everything. Domestic Bucky is everything.
I loved it. I love that he finally has like a family. It makes me so happy.
smile.
The smiles! Oh
They
my
were
God.
two smiles.
I know! And the sass and everything.
Yeah.
Ah.
His one-liners.
Also, the fact that the
Beautiful.
one-liners were definitely just Sebastian Stan. There's no way they wrote those, and that was totally sad. Stan.
So proud of him because he got his people off
No.
the list, and he
He
did
got him off
so
the list.
well in therapy, and
Take notes,
he
Wanda,
was
take
sassy, and he got to be happy, and
And yeah, now he's got like a family, and he's got people that they generally are fine with, they trust him, and I'm like, oh, this man. If you watch any other Sebastian Stan work, like I do, because I'm obsessed with him.
really, you don't say.
Yeah,
It's not like you
I
sent
know
me
you.
edits of him.
I'm obsessed with Sebastian Stan. No, if you watch any of his other work, the energy that his one-liners in Falcon and Soldier is the same energy that all of the other characters he's ever played. You're telling me that
40s back.
looking strong, John, is not improvised?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen the behind the scenes? You definitely have. I know you have. I know you have. Where they're jumping out of the plane. Because I quote that on a daily basis now. Every day. YOLO.
YOLO! I loved it.
Yeah. I love how happy he is because he's starting to go back to 40s Bucky happiness
Oh my
level.
God.
And that makes me so happy.
I'm so good. Also, can him and Sarah please get together?
Yes,
That's what
I want
said.
it. I want it. Because I feel like if we ever get to see them again, they're just gonna skip over the whole them getting together thing, and it's gonna be a couple years later, and they're just married already, and these are their children, and I'll be so happy.
Okay, where's my invite to the wedding?
But character development for him, he got more
He got
lines
so much
in the
character,
first
more
episode than he did in any
lines.
movie, so that makes me happy. He's happy now. He's not a sad boy anymore. He cut his hair. I'm so proud of him for that. He got rid of the emo hair.
We don't talk about the email.
Proud
When
of
I'm
him.
attracted to Sebastian Stan, then you have long hair Sebastian
That
Stan, and
they
I'm
did
like, no,
mental
I'm
health
good.
stuff. It makes me so happy they touched on mental health stuff because
They really
so
did.
few things do, and
They don't.
we
and,
need
and if
to
they
see
do,
that.
they don't do it right.
Yeah.
And
they still haven't discussed.
they're like, oh, I'm depressed. I'm
versus
sad and angsty all the
the
time.
fact that they
And
still
it's
haven't
this is
touched
not
on
how it
Bruce's
is.
suicide attempt. They still haven't talked about that, and that makes me sad. But they talked. Maybe they will soon. I don't know. Maybe they will. But I'm so happy that they
Mark
talked
Ruffalo,
about this.
you're coming back for She-Hulk. Can we talk about this, please?
He needs
Please?
to. He really needs
Please?
to. They did mental health really well, I think, because they didn't just make it therapy. They weren't just oh, therapy's what's gonna help you. They were no, he gets a family. That'll help him.
It'll help me too.
Yeah.
Got the character development. I love it. And it's episode 5 is Sam's just dude, do it how you think you should do.
I love how accepting Bucky is of Sam being Captain America.
Oh
He's
my
not
god! And
he's not
just
Steve.
you got it, Cap.
No,
and I was
he's
like,
over
oh
Steve.
my god.
He got over Steve. I'm proud of him for it.
You feel this sense of closure for him, and you're like, thank the Lord.
Especially right after he feels betrayed by
Mhm.
Wakanda when they take off his arm.
But that's the whole point of his little journey.
But they gave him a real family after that, so that was nice.
And I love the fact that you could see episode 5 when he leaves Sam. Not leave, but leave Sam. That's kind of where that arc, the Winter Soldier arc closes, and then you have the White Wolf arc starting up in this episode. Can Bucky be in Black Panther 2, please? Can we have Shuri call Bucky?
Yes.
Be like, yo, white boy,
White
what the
Wolf.
fuck you doing?
Yeah.
And then that's it.
I miss Shuri.
I love Shuri.
We're gonna go on to the big
Sam
one.
Wilson!
Sam Wilson. Not Falcon. Not Falcon. He's Sam Wilson.
Captain America.
Captain frickin' America.
It's so good.
I don't know what to say. We got that
We
training. Okay. It's just do you see how selfless he is in comparison to John Walker throughout the entire series? He doesn't just use violence immediately like he does when he's talking to Carly. He uses his words. He's not just fighting the whole time. Physically, he's fighting with his mouth, and that makes a lot of sense. They just did a really good job of overly comparing him to John Walker to the point where you're oh, he has to be Captain America. Has to. He's so much better.
And I
than
feel
John.
a lot of people, the debate of who should be Captain America, at least endgame purposes,
Oh.
they're always no, it should be Bucky. Like,
Oh yeah,
Bucky
I was Team
like,
Bucky.
Captain America's like,
Right after I
I'm like,
finished, I was
no.
Team Bucky, but that's just because I'm biased and I was like obsessed with Steve and Bucky's friendship. But like, then after like a week, I was obsessed with Sam and Bucky's friendship and so done with that. So I'm so down for it to be Sam.
I think at the beginning, I was like, oh, okay, like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, as it kind of went on, I was like, no. It makes sense that he's Captain America, that he's the next Captain America. They've already kind of shown you. They're like, yeah, he's, like, a good person.
His suit is beautiful.
The suit, I love the suit.
He looked
so
like
much.
an angel when he was carrying Carly. I need fan art. Please. Come through.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I wrote this down because I knew it was confirmed. The fact that he's not a super soldier.
Super soldier. Oh my god. It makes it so much more powerful.
My heart.
It makes everything like a lot more like powerful.
Yes, because
than, like
when he's like holding up the car in episode 6, he was holding it up and like I was just thinking to myself, I'm like that's just him. Obviously there's like thrusters and stuff, but like that's him. That's like super soldier serum. That's just Sam. He doesn't need all these extra things to be Captain America. He's a good person. That's like the whole point.
He's literally amazing. Like it's just him, and it's so crazy because it's like they've been experimenting with like the super soldier serum and trying to get a replica of Steve Rogers, and you can't.
Yeah.
Like the way that Steve became Captain America is completely different. People's ideologies are so different than they were now than they were in the 40s. Like, you can't have a complete Steve Rogers and everything, and you tried to bring up Isaiah Bradley and everything with, like, the super soldier serum, and that was, like, another war. Like, you tried to bring up someone with another war instead of trying to figure out who's the best person for the job. Like, you just tried to find experiments, and that's what they did, and that's what they tried to do with John Walker, was to try and find the best person for the job.
They went for
looks. You just found the best person for the job. Exactly, for the look.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, okay.
But
then, like, Sam is, like, the best person for the job.
Sam has, like, the same personality and like the same exactly the same energy same personality, same morals and values, and he's best person for it. That's like there's no questions asked.
It's like John Walker is like trained. Yeah, Sam's trained, but trained to be like in the military. Like,
it's like a mindset.
It's the mindset. Yeah, John Walker had like it handed to him.
Yes.
I love the fact that they introduced like the Bradleys in this. As I said, like it's one, it's Young Avengers, obvious. It's such a Young Avengers thing. It's really great.
It makes me so happy because I feel like that's such a for me because it's like my first. Actually, no, it's been a year. It's been a year since I got into Marvel. That makes me really happy and feels like a really good place to like get into like the next saga because I feel like I'd be more upset if I like got into it right when like Infinity War was coming out. You know, I don't want to be right in the middle.
Which is so weird because a lot of people that have come in like during Infinity War that I've like talked to and everything, they're like, I feel like it's just like I came in right at the middle.
So I am happy to be starting now when there's a new saga starting.
Exactly.
And I feel like it's a really good one to start on.
As a member of the Marvel community since like 2014, I welcome you. Since Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Yeah. How fitting. That,
right? That
and when the person you simp for is the Winter Soldier. He said was.
I know.
When he was talking.
He was the Winter Soldier. And I feel like Falcon and Soldier, again, it's like, it's just it's a Marvel thing, but it's like a Marvel thing that's dealing with like deeper topics.
So, I say we just talk about the show overall, which is what we've been doing, but like, I don't know where I was going with that. The show overall, the plot.
I got you, the plot. I figured what it was, like, you didn't really know what it was going to be about, more or less, like, you knew the basis of it's, like, they're dealing with the next Captain America, like, moving on from Endgame, and you've got all of that, and, like, which is what WandaVision kind of presented a bit, with, like, Wanda trying to get Vision's body back and everything, but then this is, like, really, like, what happened after Endgame kind of vibe.
So this, I think we actually can compare to WandaVision. With,
yes,
like,
we can.
how it was dealt with, like, the aftermath and,
you really
guilt.
don't, like, at least with, like, this show, you kind of see the progression of the people and everything and how everyone is feeling about the world now as a whole. Like, you see it in Madripoor, you see it in Carly's group, you see it with Sarah in Louisiana and everything. You see it, like, Bucky in Brooklyn and like, you see it all. It's whether or not, like, you see the world kind of try to move on, but then you also see them, like, it's like they're stuck, like, they don't know where to go.
I like the way it was dealt with in Falcon and the Winter Soldier better because in WandaVision it really showed only the, like, Wanda's
I've like been
her own aspect of it, and with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, just like this is how the whole world is dealing with it. So are we ready to rate the whole thing?
Yes, we could do the rating.
I think I'm gonna give it. Once again, it's gonna be not like exactly how I actually feel because I need to compare to other things. I'm gonna say like an 8 out of 10, and for comparison, WandaVision was a 6 out of 10, so that I could compare them. Because I liked action a lot better. And WandaVision action was great, but this felt like a lot more.
Yeah.
These are characters that I love, and it felt like the Captain America trilogy, but also like really dark Captain America trilogy. That's what I have to say. 8 out of 10, I think.
Yeah.
Really
I was gonna say 8 out of 10 too.
Oh, sweet!
I don't want to. I feel like I would be too biased to say 10 out of 10 because I really did enjoy it a lot more than I did WandaVision, I think. I like the mystery of WandaVision, and I feel like I'm going to like the mystery of like Loki and everything, but I feel like I enjoyed this a lot more. But I'm still going to say 8 out of 10 just for the sake of like
Loki.
Because
Loki like, is going to be the perfect mix.
Like the ranking of this might change depending on the amount of times I watch it.
Yeah, true.
Because this is just first watching. Like I haven't rewatched it at all. I haven't like rewatched it in its full entirety to see how the flow of it was, but like watching it week to week, it felt very like flowish. So I liked it.
Yeah.
I love the characters. The arcs of the characters were incredible. I liked the tone of it. I feel like it was very much more of like very like symbolic kind of show that you didn't know that you needed it until you got it. The filming of it, the sets, the writing, the cameras, it's the filming, that's the cameras, same thing.
Yeah,
nice.
And
the fighting, the fight scenes, the stunts, all of that, it was just really incredible. It was a really incredible show. It was really well done, and it's practical. Like I feel like I love WandaVision, don't get me wrong. I love the stuff with like powers and like this, all of that stuff. It's so great how they do it, but this feels so much more practical. Like you don't have showy powers per se. The most powerful person gets is super strength, basically.
Yeah. And they all have like the same-ish power level because people took the super soldier. But then also, once again, it makes Sam seem so much better because he didn't take it and he's literally on maybe even like above their level.
I'm gonna miss this show so much, but I'm excited for what's next.
Yep.
But this was so good. I loved it.
We gotta shift into Star Wars territory next. It's time for the Bad Batch.
Apparently, people like the Star Wars content more.
Oh. So that's what we'll do next.
So excited. We got Bad Batch, then we got Loki, and then we'll do like the overall review for like Black Widow, and then we'll do like what if.
So that's it overall.
That's it.
That's great.
The end of the Falcon Winter Soldier era.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.